Hello, welcome to our Mrs. Johnson's Friday Read Aloud. We are going to do a book today that is called Jazz on a Saturday Night. It's by Leo and Diane Dillon. Okay, so the first page is actually an introduction about what jazz music is, so I'm going to read that to you first. Jazz is an original American art form born at the turn of the 20th century out of blues, ragtime, and marching band music, with origins in African music. It develops primarily in New Orleans and grew and spread in many American cities such as Kansas City, St. Louis, and Chicago. There are several styles of jazz, which include classic jazz, hot jazz, cool jazz, Dixieland, swing, bebop, and fusion. Mr. Johnson plays jazz fusion music, just so you know. The unique quality of jazz is the spontaneous improvisation. Although the musicians may start with a composed score of music, it is used only as a reference point. By the time they have played around, they have created a completely original piece of music. Improvisation means you are making it up on the spot, okay? So every time they play that song or that guided song, it's different every single time. Surprise is always an element, and often when the musicians are playing, they may hear a particularly brilliant passage and will acknowledge it with a nod or a smile. Guest musicians drop in, adding to the excitement. Although the dream team in this book never actually happened, most of these musicians performed together at some point in their careers. This adventurous and exciting art form reached its height of popularity in 1940s and 1950s, but it is still very much alive and respected around the world. Here we go. On stage, the musicians open their cases, set up their instruments, take their places. Spotlights on, the announcer sweeps into sight. You're in for a session of magic tonight. Ladies and gents, what a jam this will be. An evening of jazz, immortality. The audience hushes. They worked all week long. It's their time to hear jazz. Now along comes a song. At first, notes surprise, then they sweeten and rise. Miles Davis on trumpet, sparks heat up the sky. Toes tapping, hands clapping, now sway left and right, 'cause you move to the music on Saturday night. Repeat on the beat when Max Roach keeps the heat. On his drums, rhythm thrums, makes you jump in your seat. Jazz is mine, come along, won't be long, play my song. Fills my soul, makes me whole, jazz is mine, I belong. Charlie Parker on alto sax, don't need a word, notes fly through the sky on the wings of a bird. Take that tune, shake that moon, John Coltrane on his sax. His sax talks to Charlie's and Charlie's talks back. A river of melodies sketched in dim light, catch the excitement on Saturday night. Thelonious Monk invents on the keys, does his own thing, not aiming to please. Discordant chords now blend to be pure genius joined in harmony. A guest with a guitar, lightning fingers begin. He takes strings for a walk, strings can talk now, he's in. The musicians smile with a meeting of eyes, a cool night, a cool note. They all improvise. Remember that word improvise. It means they make it up on the spot. On bass, Stanley Clarke plucking sweet mellow tones. Feel the vibrations deep down in your bones. Now Ella Fitzgerald sings bebop doo-wop. Can't hold still, get our fill, never will. Please don't stop. Let your heart go, let it soar like a kite. We explode in applause, on our feet with delight. The curtain is closed, but we still hold the glow. Feel the beat in your feet, what a treat, time to go. Come again, tell us when, it was all out of sight. Jazz is so cool on a Saturday night. And there's our musicians, Miles Davis, Max Roach. So Miles Davis played the trumpet. Max Roach played the drums. He's still alive, I believe. Charlie Parker played the alto sax. John Coltrane played the tenor and soprano saxophone. Thelonious Monk played the piano. Stanley Clarke, I believe he's still alive too. He plays the bass. Ella Fitzgerald was a famous jazz singer. The end. All right, have a great Friday. I hope to see you on Monday. Bye, everybody.